Okay, here we go, people. We are live. We're about to be putting on Goonies today. Put it on your TV, Adam. The music up loud. The microphone is moving. Look, you can see the microphone moving.
No way.
Yeah, microphone is moving.
What? Yeah, but it's not even come up.
Yeah, notifications should be up.
There we go. There we go.
All right, can you hear me?
That's better. I can hear you now.
Oh, can ya? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to be watching the Goonies today. And I'm basically going to do a watch along. You guys are going to watch with me. And then we're basically just going to stop every now and then and just kind of break it down, like scene by scene. Here we go. So now I can open it up to everybody, Adam. How do I do that? I think it's here. Here it is. All right. So you can hear me pretty well, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just don't make sure the sound of that on quiet. You can just play it without sound.
What the fuck is going on now? Oh, is this... Here it is. Hold on, people. Just bear with me. Now we're going back to anyone. Okay. Okay, now we're live. Everyone can see it. All right, people. So today we're playing Goonies. And we're going to be stopping it every now and then. You guys should be able to hear me on the microphone pretty well. Adam, can you hear me on the TV, can you?
Yeah.
And you can see me on the TV and everything's good.
Yeah.
All right, the picture will be a little bit blurry, but that's all right.
It's alright.
We'll improve it over time. You know, this is just a test. We're going to see if we have enough people show up, you know, to drop comments, to watch it with me, to watch it with us. All right, here we go. So this first scene, they're in this jail cell, and this guy's all chained up, and he's acting like he's dead, and he puts like a note on him. I think this is a pretty cool scene. You like the scene, Adam?
Right. Right.
This is an interesting one right here. And then he fakes it, and you can see he drops down like that. Come on. I can't hear myself. Hold on. Now she's waiting in the car to bust him out. Okay, yeah. Now I can hear it. So they're two brothers. And that's the mother. This scene happens so fast, it's really hard to talk what's going on, Adam. You know what I mean? There's like 50 cutscenes.
Isn't it three brothers?
You've got two brothers, you've got the mother, and then you've got this creature that lives in the basement called Sloth.
Yeah, that's their brother.
Yeah, it's kind of like their brother, like half brother.
Like three brothers. That one's a bit fucked up.
Yeah. Now the guy last night, he wasn't stopping the movie at all. He was just playing it all the way through. And he would just talk off the chat, like all the comments. Adam Zigano with great film. Yeah, it is a great film, man.
It is.
I think this is a classic. This is one of the best adventure movies in the 80s, I would say. Can't beat it. You've got guns, you've got treasure, you've got adventure, you know. It's got everything you need. Chase scenes, you've got abductions, you've got suspense, you've got everything you want, really. Adam, how's the sound? You can hear it.
Yeah, but because I'm on the phone with you,
Oh, it's got
like,
echo.
I'm getting sound from you and sound from the video on you.
Okay. Just mute the YouTube then and just have the video on. Just mute the TV. I'm on your TV, aren't I?
Yeah, but it's better sound on YouTube.
All right, then I'll shut this off then, seeing it works. I'll talk to you in the chat.
Then, so I can listen to you. I can chat. Oh,
You could just talk to me in the chat if you want. Like, just message me.
how do I even send it?
Yeah, just message me in the chat, in the live stream chat. All right. Adam, if you want to ask me a question, man, just drop a comment in the chat, man. So this is the scene that's pretty cool, where he's got those gadgets. And I can't remember his name, but he's just like this really smart kid. And his dad is like a gadget nerd as well, but he's really smart as well. Meanwhile, the chase scene is going on, and you've got Chunk flying across the map, or flying across the screen, with food, obviously. He always eats everything. He's just a massive eater. And then look at the police. They're following they're just tracking after the Tortellis, whatever their name are. This scene was crazy, how she went to like 4-wheel drive. And got into like that race across the beach. That's just insane. It's like the cross-country derby or something like that, where all these trucks race. What a cool scene, man. This is actually filmed in Oregon. A lot of people don't know this. Oregon, this movie was filmed. Adam Z. Garner with the 37 years old. Wow. Yeah, it's an old movie, man. This is a classic. It's crazy this movie came to your brain, came to your mind. I wouldn't say it's a Christmas movie, but it's still a pretty decent adventure movie. Yeah. Richard Donner, or Donner, is the director. Never even heard of that guy. So now we cut scenes to the house where the kids are staying at. The two brothers, and then his friends show up. Adam with the mum is crazy or scary. Yeah, the mum is a little scary, yeah. I think the mother is more crazier than the actual dudes that are the brothers, yeah. She looks mean as well. She's like, yeah. You won't want to screw with her, you know? I think she's been in prison, the mother of the two brothers. Because you can see, like, she has all that, the gang tattoo on her forearm. That was a sign of her going to prison. Doing some time, you know? Who knows? She might have killed somebody or people. The brothers, one of the brothers did. But I don't know if, he probably got it from the mother. She probably killed and learned it from her. There's Mouth. That's Mikey's buddy. And then that's his Josh. Not Josh. What's his name? It's not Todd. It's the older brother. Always working out, man. And he always picks on Mikey and his brother and his friends all the time. But now he just blames his brother for not passing his driver's test. Look. And he gets angry. Goes to hit him and misses very easily. Great Sunday film to watch from Adam. Yeah, man. It's a Monday, man. It's a great Monday film. Sunday film. Jesus. I mean, yeah, I could have watched it yesterday, but I was watching someone else's live stream yesterday. And they were watching some movie. I think it was The Thing they were watching yesterday. Hey, you
Do this
guys.
trick for just 15 minutes.
And there's Chunk talking about the race and the chase scene with the cops. I think they never trust Chunk because he's always lying about stuff. He said about Michael Jackson came to his house and all that, and they don't believe it. They're like, nah, that never happened. Oh yeah, when they break the piece. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Broken. So now they're just talking about the money issue where the bank owns the house and the parents are going to default on the payment, the mortgage, unless they get the $400 needed to pay off the payment. Back in the day in the 80s, $400 was a lot of money for a mortgage. Now today, that's like, half of what a normal mortgage would be. But they were struggling to get the money together. So that's why she hired the cleaner so that she could go to work. And then the dad could go to work at the same time. So both parents were working. Adam with the straight, crazy face. Looks like Waters. Craig Waters. Big eye. Hopefully everyone can see the screen okay. I might try and enlarge it slightly. There we go. I think I can make it a little bit bigger for you guys to see. There you go. Now just move across a little bit. There we go. Hope you guys can see me and see the screen at the same time. Trying to make it easy for everyone. The marijuana goes in here, the cocaine goes there. Basically just screwing with her the whole time. It's hilarious. So Mouth is the translator. Yeah, he's really good at translating Spanish to English and English to Spanish. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, you guys. And now he's just like scaring her, talking about cockroaches. You guys remember this scene? Adam with the money. Yeah, they gotta get the money, man, to pay the mortgage. So that both of the parents are going to work, and that's why they have the cleaner housewife to stay. Well, cleaner slash houseminder, whatever she's called, to take care of the house and make sure that the kids are like going to school and they're cleaning up and they've got food and all that. She's kind of like a nanny in a way. So nannies take money too, as well. Don't forget. And the older brother has to take care of the younger brother, so Mikey, and he actually has to like take care of all the kids eventually because they're all hanging out together. So it's like he's like the dad in a way, like he takes the position of dad. Yeah, and then this is the part where they think, oh, we're screwed. She's gonna find out we damaged the statue, but really it's just a mess on the ground. At that, I'm sure all of you guys were like, holy crap, they're screwed. Oh man. And there's a brother being all tough and egotistic, and then the kids just gang up on him and they're like, screw this guy. Watch this. This is one of the best scenes. This is probably one of my favorite scenes right here. Where they ask him how much he can move. But not yet. They still have to discover, yeah. So here they go up into the attic. And they're like, oh, let's go check out our dad's stuff while the parents are away. And they're just scoping through the whole attic looking for stuff. I'm sure you guys have done that at your house. You've looked through your attic and you've trying to look for your parents' stuff. I have, personally. I went for my parents' stuff up in the attic. It was all dusty and there was spiders up there. And I was just looking for stuff and there was boxes. And I found a bunch of old like video game stuff up there. I was like, oh my god, I've hit a gold mine. You know? Just sitting in the box like mint condition, barely been used. And I was like, god damn. You know, guys, go for your parents' attic or go for your parents' like old stuff in boxes, man. You'll find some goodies. But these guys are doing that right now. And this is when they come across the map. You know? But we're not going to talk about it too much. We'll let it happen. But they eventually do find the treasure map. But it's by accident. They don't exactly find it. They stumble across it by accident. You know, they're just screwing around up there. They're just seeing what they can find. This guy's putting his tongue for probably an expensive painting. Who knows? Ruining the painting. Yeah, like, who knows what that's worth? That could be worth a fortune, man. Then his brother's all looking for this, like, book of museum stuff and history. Learning about pirates. And that's when it clicks in his brain. He realizes, holy crap. We got some stuff up here that could actually lead towards some valuable stuff. You know, they kind of put the dots together. So the Goonies is basically a bunch of loser kids who, like, they're like outcasts, you know? They don't kind of fit in. And they don't want to fit in. They want to be like themselves. They want to be like their own little gang, their own little team. Now he's like, then Mikey goes and grabs this piece right here, and he's like, what is this? It looks like a map. It looks old. It looks dated. So he starts like swiping off the dust and the dirt to take a peek. Why are those globes on? That's something that... Why did Steven Spielberg / whoever the director was, why did he put the globes on? Like with the power. Wouldn't that use more power so the electricity bill would be higher? So if they're worried about money in the movie? I've always thought about that. That why would they have the electric on in the attic of all places? Who goes in an attic? Not many people do. And it's not converted into like a bedroom or anything. It's just an actual attic. You wouldn't have those globes powering. It's just wasting power. So now they just came across the map. Okay, and they're like, oh, what's this? I can't read it. It's Spanish. And that's when they turn to Mouth. And Mouth is like, I can translate that. So Mouth is like breaking it down little by little, saying, this Spanish word is this Spanish word is that. And he's just kind of like deciphering it, you know? Crushing death and grief. Soaked with blood of the trespassing thief. You know, he's just like talking about like, you know, what's happened and what's happening in that map and that like story within that map. Which is pretty cool, I guess. Then his old brother's like, oh yeah, the big old famous pirate, the One-Eyed Willie. And that's when the rest of them are like, yeah, One-Eyed Willie, most famous pirate ever. Then his brother thinks it's all a myth. His brother doesn't believe it. But Mikey does believe it. He's the one that believes everything. That little kid right there talking, not Chunk, that guy with the big hair, Sean Astin, that plays in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he played in Lord of the Rings. He believes that there is treasure and there is a One-Eyed Willie and it all existed. Without his faith, nothing would have happened in this movie. So this character is crucial to this movie. This guy right here. This is the key character right here on your screen. Well, on your mirror reflection screen, but you know, close as we can get to reacting live, you know, without busting a copyright claim, which a mirror image can't really do. It can't detect. Thank God for that. If anyone wants to sponsor me through Hollywood and give me the rights to do movie reviews, legit ones, then that'd be great, you know? Or like movie watch-alongs and promoting and stuff, that'd be great, Hollywood. Thank you. I would appreciate it. And you would appreciate it too, because you get more movie sales and more viewage on your movies, Hollywood. Anyways, back to the movie. Goonies. So he's just explaining how they had like traps and booby traps and tunnels, and they had like directions, and they had like symbols to show where to go and where not to go, and basically what he's explaining in this scene. Adam, what's your favorite part of this scene? Let me know in the chat. And now Chunk is investigating now. He's just looking at stuff, and he's like, look at this, Chester Copperpot. And Chester Copperpot is an explorer who was basically going through the tombs and through the caves looking for the treasure. And apparently he kind of didn't make it out or something, or he died, or he got lost or something. Now, here's his brother again. He's just the doubter. He's the naysayer. He's like, nah, nothing's ever been found. Nothing's been done. And he's kind of like negative about it all. But Mikey, the younger brother, is like, no. There's definitely something here. He just explained. He said the rich stuff, yeah. It can lead to the rich stuff. And then he figured out they can get out of the situation they're in with the mortgage and the house payments if they can find the treasure. So Mikey grabs a map, and he grabs the key, and he realizes that it could be used. Meanwhile, here comes the douchebags, the bank, asking for the father of the house, the person on the mortgage. Sleazebags, man. So he has like a paper, and on that paper it basically says if the father does not pay the mortgage payment, they are taking the house from them. And this is a massive turning point in the movie. This is really turns the movie around and wakes the kids up to realize that our parents can't do it by themselves. We're going to have to figure out a way to get some cash or get some treasure or get something that's valuable so that we can contribute to getting the house paid for, so that they don't bulldoze the house down, or they're going to try and foreclose it, yeah, which means the bank's going to take it and kick them on the street. So Adam's he gonna, I will give $1 a year, £1 a year, $1 a year. Okay. That's not going to help them, though. I think they got like a lot more money than that to pay off, man. It's a house. It's not like a little tiny apartment. It's a full-on house. They got to pay for that, you know? The music is very emotional right now. It's very like, it's like E.T. kind of thing, you know? Then his brother comes across and says, give me a hug and all that, but he doesn't really mean it. It kind of just screws with him a little bit, look. He gets him in a headlock, and he's like, you little douche. Like his brother is kind of like a nice, but then kind of a dick at the same time, you know? He's both. And there's the kids in the kitchen just trying to plan stuff out, saying that they're going to pay for the bills and all that. Highly unlikely that could really happen. They're going to have to pull something out their ass, do some kind of a miracle. They're too young to get jobs, and they're not going to go steal stuff because they're not criminals, you know? So they're kind of screwed. Honestly, finding the treasure was probably the only option they had. Now the older brother could have got a job part-time or full-time. I think he was like 17 in this movie. Yeah, because he was able to get his license, so he was either 17 or 18. This is where they find the map and they're just going over it. And then they realize, oh crap. That's Cyndi Lauper. She's a singer. And they're just watching her on TV. I think there was MTV back in the day. when MTV was actually music videos. Nowadays they don't have music videos. Nowadays, like, MTV is a bunch of freaking shows and stuff. You don't see really any, like, a lot of all music videos on there. It's not as cool, you know? But back then, it was nothing but pure dedicated, exclusive music videos. And that is how you knew about the singers, was through MTV on the TV. And the radio, of course. Back in the 80s, yeah, in the classic days. Now, this is when they chain them up, because they realize we can't go find the treasure if the brother is going to stop us. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee this part must have pissed off that guy. That was a very expensive bike. So he did have a job, okay. Yeah, and he paid for that really expensive bike, and they flatten his tires, and they use their BMXs and get the hell out of Dodge. This is such a cool scene, man. When they're cruising through the town on the BMXs. I'm sure you guys have gone on a bike ride with your buddies with BMXs and all that, or mountain bikes. You're just cruising as like a little pack. Adam, what do you think about the BMXs? What kind of BMX did you have? What was the brand of BMX you had, Adam? And this is when he realizes, oh crap, my bike is flat tired and I can't go anywhere. So then he grabs his bike from his little kid and he's like, he's gonna have to just take the little bike and go after him. Which doesn't exactly go too well now. This has been shot in Oregon, yeah, this movie. Look at the scenic views, man. Now they're matching up the rocks on the map. Yeah, they're basically trying to figure out how to navigate this. And that's Troy, and that's Andy, and that's some girl in the back, and basically they're like hanging out together. But that guy on the bike likes the girl named Andy, and Troy is just a douchebag football player. And those two don't really get along. So he's like, "Oh, I'll give you a ride." And he grabs his hand, and this scene is crazy. This is where the bike. Oh my goodness! Look at that. Oh my goodness, man. Whew. And that's when he like, and he flies over that hilltop, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And he crashes down. Here we go. Now they're able to find the cabin. So the map finally leads them to the cabin. So they just assume the rich stuff is in that cabin. So then it's 10 times 10, so it's like 10 feet or something like that. Oof. No, I think it's more than that. I think it's like 10 large steps or something like that. And you have to go like north. See, watch. 1, 2, 3, and they're counting the steps from what the map is telling them to do. And it heads directly to that restaurant slash condemned looking cabin. That's where it points to, yeah. Now, Chunk is the skeptical one. Chunk is always like the reservist. He's like, no, 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 we're going to get butchered if we go in there. We're going to die. And he's kind of right in most of the times. He is a little bit paranoid, but he also has a lot of common sense. And he's like, no, 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 we shouldn't be doing this. It doesn't feel right. And there's always that one kid that's always like, no, 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 this doesn't seem good. But no one listens to him. And like, no, 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 he's just paranoid. It's okay. We got this. They should listen to him. You know, I'm sure you guys know someone who does that. They take risks, and you're like, no, that's too risky. We shouldn't do that. But they still take risks anyway, regardless. Oh yeah, and Mikey's got asthma, so that's not exactly good for an adventurer to have like lung problems when you're going into some dusty cave. So that also makes us feel like more like sympathy for the character. We're like, oh my god, dude, he's got like all these health problems, and he's still going to adventure and through all this like hardships and stuff, you know. It's crazy. Now Chunk finds those bullet holes. Now he knows there's some really serious crap in there, and that these guys need to be careful. But they don't listen. They do not listen to Chunk, because Chunk has never been the one to listen too much. Mikey is the main leader. Oh, there she is. Oh god, she's crazy. She is a crazy woman. She's super mean, man. And there's the two crazy brothers. This is the first time they encounter each other. Oh my goodness. You can tell they're scared, look. They're like... She looks mean, doesn't she? Boys, boys. Boys, what do you want to eat? What do you want to drink? Like, he's trying to be nice to him. But they can kind of smell that he's something wrong. Especially Chunk, he knows what's wrong. Water, water, yeah. And then this guy gets all like, Scalapini, and I wanted this, and that, and this, and then he she grabs his cheeks. Listen, Aaron! Grabs him. Oh my god, dude, that's crazy. Yeah. Do you like tongue? Oh my god. Imagine that, huh? Come across an old crazy woman with a knife. You would be like, oh, I'm good. The water's good enough. You don't need to do the food, woman. You're good. Now Chunk explains to them, look, I just seen bullet holes. But they still don't listen. For some reason, they still don't listen, man. Thank you, sir, ma'am. And it's disgusting, rusty water. Hey, Mikey. And this is where Mikey goes down into the cellars because he's got to take a piss. And he hears something when he's down there. But he's not quite sure what it is. He's like, I heard something yelling and screaming, but... And it smells. And it looks very eerie. But he's not using the restroom. No. He's trying to find some clues to where this treasure is. And that's when he sees the guy giving food to his half-brother, whose name's Sloth. He's this big creature-looking human weird thing. But it's super strong. And he's stuck in the room with him. And he's thinking to himself, what have I got myself into? And for some reason, the half-brother starts singing to him because it calms him down. And that's when Mikey realizes, what in the hell is down in this basement / dungeon looking place? Okay, let's give this guy some food. Let's be nice. So he pushes the food over to him and he turns around and it just scares the hell out of him because half his face is deformed. Just going crazy with it, you know? Oh my goodness. And then the brother comes along and says, get the hell out of here, you guys. What are you doing here? Adam with the, hey, you guys. Yeah. The mother wasn't having any of it. She was just like, screw this. Kids suck. Can't blame her. Okay, so what we know is that Chunk knows there's bullet holes in the Jeep. Mikey knows there's a creature down in the basement. And he's trying to convince his older brother that there's some shit going on and they need to investigate it. And the treasure can actually be possibly obtained. Now they're seeing something going in the back of the trunk. And they think it's a body, which it most likely is, and it is. What's in that bag? They know kind of what it is. Trash? Yeah, right. That's a big bag, dude. And that is in the shape of a human. They know there's some fishy business going on with these guys. Now, Chunk's a coward and he wants to go home. The rest of the kids don't want to go home. They want to explore. They want to adventure. They want to figure out where this treasure is, man. They come too far to go back. So the Fratellis take off in their Jeep with the body in the back. So the rest of the kids realize, look, it's our moment to go. Now Andy and her friends show up, which is the two girls, and they think, oh hell, let's just go explore it all together. Which they eventually do. Basically, Andy's just apologizing for Troy, who is the guy with the Mustang, who is being a jerk to that guy with the hoodie on. Now you've got this data guy who's going to unlock it with some gadgets to get into the restaurant. But then he pissed off Chunk, so it makes him angry, so it hits the door open. Now the Goonies are figuring out how or where they need to go to find out where this point is. He keeps saying the lowest point. Fish on a stick? Oh my god. That must stink. Now his big brother wants him to go home. But the Goonies are like, nah, we're not going anywhere. We're going to continue pushing through this. We're going to find this treasure. They don't give up. They do not give up. Appreciate a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now they're walking into the basement and they find this thing chained up. Yeah. So there's this creature chained up and they can hear it. And they can smell him. And they're walking towards it. And they're thinking to themselves, oh my goodness, what is this? And there you go. And they realize that thing is alive and it's actually real. Looks like it's made of glass, doesn't it? The water dispenser. Then Mikey's determined. He's like, there's definitely something underneath there. Like, he's trying to break through the concrete. He don't got it. Nope. That's when he crushes the water container. Told you, I told you. And the only way they know there might be something down there is because there's air coming through. And look what they find. Counterfeit bills. A money-making machine. And that's when they get excited about the money. They're like, oh my god, $50 bills. We can save our house. AKA the Goondocks. But then they realize that it's actually fake money. It's not real. It's counterfeit. Bogus. That sucks. See, it's never that easy to get money, man. Then they find out that the Fratellis are actually criminals. Then they're like, oh god, now we're dealing with criminals as well. What have we gotten ourselves into? And then Chunk, he can smell the ice cream because he's got a sweet tooth. And he's like, oh my god, all these ice creams, yeah, yeah, yeah. Meanwhile, this corpse is right next to him. Dead person. Oh. And he like kind of falls on him. It's just Chug. It's a stiff. Now the Fratellis come back, and you can hear him walking above him. Now the Goonies are like, oh, we're screwed. We gotta hide. We gotta get the hell out of here. Now that we know they're criminals. Those two brothers are always getting not along. Most brothers don't get along. I don't know why. It's just crazy. Now Chunk is stuck in that ice cream refrigerator with the stiff, with the dead guy. And the rest of them say, hey, screw it, let's just get down as low as we can go and get the hell out of here. The cooler's broken, go check your brother. I don't know why Chunk didn't just jump down the tunnel. Like, why did he yell? Like, oh, I don't think he knew where they were at. Oh no, they caught him over, look. What are you doing down there? He should have just gone down there with him. He shouldn't have like wasted his time like trying to get the cops, trying to get the police to help. I think that he should have just gone down there. But I don't think he could have fit. He was just too chunky to fit down there, maybe. There's Data with his gadgets. It's like they say guys like every second in this movie. It's hilarious. Guys. And there's Chuck like flagging down the. How do you not know the vehicle? Look at it. You'd recognize the shape of the vehicle at least. Yeah. What is it?
Hello?
Yeah, what is it?
Are you being nice?
I am nice. I'm watching a movie. What is it? I'm live streaming as well.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering, do you want any snacks from the store, like any specific kind of chips?
What snacks you getting?
Well, some chips. We have those, Turkish things to eat still, so
You got salt and vinegar Pringles?
they're not vegan.
What do you mean they're not plant-based? You got dairy in them?
Yeah,
Really? They put dairy in salt and vinegar?
I believe so, yeah.
No way. Check the ingredients.
I did last time, so do you want something different?
Yeah, give me original Pringles, please.
Do you want anything else?
Give me a different flavor. If you check the ingredients, there's no whale milk.
I know. I will. Is that all you want, just Pringles?
And a sweet tea.
Do you want me to get the big gallon of sweet tea or different?
Small one. I'm not gonna drink a gallon. Crazy?
No, not just for you. I mean, for everybody. Like, you want to get a lot of tea to drink for the week, or do
Oh,
you
just a
just
little
want like
bit.
a little tea one? All right. Okay. Bye, love you.
Love you too. See you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Oh, so she got me some food. That's cool. Some snacks. So people, I'm back. All right, so they are in the bottom where the traps are, and it looks like they're gonna find Chester Copperpot's corpse. Yes, that's what happens next. It's Chester Copperpot for sure. Yep. Chester Copperpot. He's the explorer that gets missing and dies because he can't find his way out. But they grab his stuff, his books and his information and his maps and his keys, and they use it to progress through the rest of the cave system. They're in like an underground cave system. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Mikey, you get it. Mikey! Be right back, people. I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back. Hey, you guys. All right, so where we at? Oh, yes. Can you react to my YouTube? It's called McYek Worst Storm Ever. YTP? Is that YouTube profile, is it? From Junior Thompson. Is it a movie, man? What is it? What kind of movie is it? Alright, so this next scene is Chunk is warning the rest of the Goonies that the Fratellis are coming. And they gotta move. They gotta move quick. We got YTP stands for YouTube poop. Oh, cool, man. I don't usually react to other people's content. I just react to like movies and stuff, and basically just movies, you know. So now they just found like a little tiny pool of treasures, just some coins, but it's just from the wishing well. It's from like, you know, above. So it's like up-to-date coins. It's not like classic old treasure, you know. So it's a little bit different. No, it's not a movie. It's just a video. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gold and silver all over the place. Yeah, it's not though. It's just copper coins, man. A couple of 100 years ago. That's not George Washington. That's not really like classic. So these two kind of like don't get along. Mouth and Andy's friend. And then they finally do get along, but it takes a while. And guess who it is? His biggest douchebags in the world, football players. Yeah. They are up at the top of the wishing well throwing down coins. Oh my goodness. And then the Fratelli's got the chunk guy and he's trying to make him talk in certain ways. Because he wants to know where his buddies are. And then that's when frickin' Chunk opens his big mouth and says about the treasure. And that's what triggers the Fratellis to say, tell us what you know. Chunk should never have said anything. Chunk should have just been quiet. He should have just been eating ice cream the whole time. But no, he decided to spill the beans, literally. Like, what are the chances of that happening? Wishes do come true. Oh my god. And here is Sloth. He's watching TV, sitting in his room, chained up. And Chunk, this is the first time that Chunk is introduced to him. The creature, yeah. The half man, half something. I don't think Chunk knows what he's up against. Now he looks at him and goes, whoa, what is that? Okay. What's up, buddy? And then that's when he turns around and Chunk is like, oh my god. Hey, you guys! Ah, that is funny. And he's like, holy crap. Dude, you're crazy looking. You look like my grandmother on LSD. This is when the old lady's like, you go first. Get down there. She's so pushy, man. It's crazy. And this is when those douchebag football players try and get the girls up there and then just leave the Goonies down there. Shitty move, man. Then there's Mikey convincing him we gotta push on. He's like, we come so far. We're not gonna give up now. Crazy, huh? Yeah. Goonies never die. I mean, they technically could, but they're not supposed to, apparently. He's basically explaining that the parents want them to have a great time where they're at, and if they don't get this goddamn treasure, then they gotta move, and they're gonna ruin everything that they built. That's basically what he's trying to say in the scene. This is a very good scene. This is a breaking point. This is what really, like, blends them together, and they're like, alright, we need to be a unit here. We need to be, like, a team. We need to be actual Goonies, man. And then they all look at each other and go, you know what? Hell yeah, let's get it, man. Let's go after that treasure. Let's go get it. Yeah. Little puff in the inhaler. Jesus. Yep. There's your jacket, Troy. He gets pissed. Then we're moving back into this scene where there's Chunk and Sloth Creature watching TV together. Funnily enough, it's all about chocolate and food. And guess what? He's got a baby Ruth. He's got a baby Ruth bar. What a convenience. Baby Ruth! Baby Ruth! And then he's like, throws it at him. Dude. Gets angry over it. Imagine getting that angry over a chocolate bar, man. Ripping the frickin' chains off the wall. Jesus. Just a baby Ruth, bro. They're not even that good. They're alright. Baby Ruth! And this is where they find out exactly kind of where they're going, because they now they can track them. Oh man. And now Chunk and the sloth creature start to like formulate like a team, you know? They become friends. Which is kind of cool. I like this. I think it's a pretty cool part in the movie. And then he feeds the creature some chocolate. To break the ice. Snuggles, what is it? Come here. Snuggles. Lucy. What? Quit your whining, will you? Huh? Baby Ruth! Ciao, Snuggles. Get out of the way, Snuggles. Lucy, move. Get out of here. Here we go. Yeah, these guys are trying to watch this, man. And that's when that gadget guy flies out those freaking massive tooth, spring-loaded fake teeth, and it saves him from utter doom. He's not dead. Pinches of peril. And that's when he finds a different area of the cave system. Meanwhile, Chunk is trying to talk to the cops and say there's a murder happened, but then the cops know that he lies a lot, so they don't believe him. You know? Right, go on. Get out. Down. Out of here, Snuggles. Sorry about that, people. The cat was just going a little bit. Baby Ruth! Now, I don't know how Sloth can fit down there. He's huge. I've always wondered that. I was like, how the hell does a massive muscle creature get down in that little hole? And that's all the piping system going crazy. think it's kind of funny how they had like little restroom caves, where they peed in, you know. Oh yeah, this is a good scene right here. But she be kissing the wrong dude. She kissed like a dude that was like a kid. She was in high school and he's like in middle school. That's kind of creepy if you think about it. Little bit strange if you tell me. You know, it's like, what the hell? Now the Fratellis are catching up to them in a cave system, and they realize, okay, there's some obstacles to get across. We gotta be careful here. So they try to play it safe. Of course they're there. Go, go, go! They gotta move quicker than that. This is a good scene right here. I just love when he puts the oil down onto the log. Makes it super slippery. It's hilarious. What's it with the bones? I never realized, like, why do they have like whale bones or something down there? Would you find massive fish bones? I don't know. This is the part right here, look. Data spins around. He's like, I got an idea, man. He's got these crazy oil shoes. Watch. Oil just comes out of him. Which is actually genius, if you think about it. And the Fratellis have no idea he did it. Watch. Wait for it. He just put the FU up. The nice way of saying it, though. Honestly, I think the dynamite was a bad idea in the caves because there's so many booby traps. I don't know why they did this. Here we go. That would hurt a lot. Ow. That would be very painful. If you're not a man with balls, you have no idea. Dude, that is... ouch. Imagine a poker going into your stomach. Hard as hell. Like a knife or a sword being stabbed into your stomach. Kind of reminds me of Home Alone in a way. If you take Home Alone and Indiana Jones, this is what movie you get. Oh yes, the skeletal orchestra. This thing's pretty cool. They gotta get the right tune to open up the doors. And I think there's only like one musician in the Goonies that can actually play it. Snuggles, get off my towel. She's scratching my towel over there, man. See, there you go. It's working! And then like, beep! And it goes, oh, and then something falls down. And they're like, oh my god, wrong one. Get it right. Boys were all doomed. Ah! Wrong key. Sorry. And that's when Data realizes, oh god, the Fratellis are right behind us. Yo, he is right behind me, man. They gotta move. They gotta move. And that gives them access to the next part of it, see? They go back through that next room. And there you go, the notorious boxing glove from Data. I think he has like 20 gadgets. She's like, I can't tell if it's an A sharp or a B flat. Better get it right. There it is. Go, go, go! Get the hell out of there. Map. Yeah, they gotta get the map. Oh, this is so cool, man. This water slide is dope. That must have been so much fun. How cool is that? I've always wanted a water slide for sure. Look at that. Bam. And that's when they find the pirate ship. Oh, man. What a scene. huge pirate ship with a waterfall. They're rejoicing. The music is good. And then they realize the Fratellis with the guns are gonna come get them. Man, the amount of treasure on this pirate ship is crazy. So cool. Ton of treasure. Oh! And he finds some dead corpses. A lot of dead pirates. He's like, he's tired of dead skeletons. I mean, they're not alive skeletons unless they're magically got magic to them. Watch your step. Now they're getting all angry because there's no gold or treasure, but they're trying to find it. Now they found another doorway to some other room in the, or the top deck, or the middle deck of the pirate ship. Aha! That's where all the pirates are with all the treasure, man. Game changer right here. This scene was so cool. They start filling their pockets with treasure. They're like, yeah, we're rich. And they're loving it. That's not gross. Willie. One-eyed Willie. Now he gets like a closer look. He's like, what do we have here? What is this? Basically, he's talking poop to the pirate, saying, I'll beat you one-eyed Willie. He's like, you know something, Willie? You're the first Goonie. Look at that gold, man. Jeez. Crazy amount of gold. You guys would be going crazy if you came across that. You know what I'm saying? You guys would be like, oh my god, all that gold! We're rich! And they start filling their pockets full of it. They're like, yeah! You know, think if you were in that situation, you'd just be like over the moon. You know? Think how much that's worth. It's worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's so rare, you know? And here we go. The Batellis have found him. What they gotta do? They gotta be careful. That data kid with his gadgets goes wrong. And he grabs the the teeth on the nutsack. That's one of the funniest. This is one of the funniest scenes. Action comedy movie, man. Yeah. Now walk the plank, huh? And he saves her. And the rest of them are getting ready to walk the plank. Hey, you guys! And that's when Sloth comes to the rescue with Chunk. And he goes and grabs him and rescues him. Get him, man, get him! Yeah. No, he's like jump rope, and he's not having any of it. He just does it for fun, and he grabs him. Watch. He realizes. Wait a minute. These two boneheads, they're done for. They are done. Super Sloth. It's not Chug, it's Sloth. Those two are down. Now it's just the mother. Mushy scene. Look at this. No sweet talk. She's screwed. She's screwed. Bye bye. Yeah. And that's how the Fratellis get their ass kicked by Sloth. And meanwhile, the Goonies make their escape eventually. And then they're raiding the ship for gold, but then they think they've got the upper hand, not realizing that they still have the booby trap. And that gets them really in deep crap, deep doo-doo. Multiple booby traps, not just one. Better go. There's just one little problem. The cave has been sealed up. So the Goonies are finding their way out. Luckily for them, they have one stick of dynamite left. So Data lights it up, gives it to Mikey's brother, and then boom! But a huge boulder collapses in front of it. Fratelli's abandoned ship. And that's when they try to move this boulder, but they realize it's too heavy. So they get Sloth. And Sloth comes over and grabs it and starts to lift it up. He's like, ah! Lift! He lifts that huge boulder by himself. And all the Goonies go underneath his legs. Meanwhile, the Patelis are saying, help us, Sloth, help us. Chunk is like, hell no, don't do it. They're evil. Come on, Chunk, come with us, man. Sloth love Chunk. He's like, you're going to get crushed. Yeah, it's a sad scene, people. Oh, man, he's back. And this is where the ship breaks loose. And it just sets itself sail. Which is pretty cool. Now moving back to the beach scene. Where they're trying to find them. The search and rescue are trying to find the kids. Then they realize there they are. And the parents show up, the police show up, everybody. News shows up, everybody. And they realize they're kind of in a little bit of a trouble. But it's all cool. Like, all the parents are all happy to see him. They get some hot pizza for Chunk. Domino's pizza, his favorite. Nice. His dad's just like he is. Gadgets. That's cool, man. He's like, that's okay, Dad. You can't hug a photograph. That's right. And he's like, you're my best invention. A little corny, but that's kind of cool. And then there's Mouth and that Andy's friend kind of talk to each other a little bit. Now they're getting along more, which is nice. And the parents are just watching that girl just kissing a bunch of her sons, and it's just weird. This is a very awkward, weird scene, I gotta say. See, like, let the other mother, yeah, like, they're just like, what the hell? Now, the most crucial, important part of the last scene that we have right here, people, is when they find that piece of treasure. The Fratellis get arrested. The kids try and defend the Chunk guy, the big, you guys, hey, you guys. They defend him because he saved their life. He basically said, Godzilla! That's funny. Chunk! And he just basically says he's going to live with him. So they're like good buddies now. This is a good ending, you know? Good ending. Yeah, they got good friends now. And there's a douchebag from the mortgage from the bank. He's basically saying that, hey, you got to give up your house. And everyone thinks that they're doomed, that their house is going to get closed down and bulldozed to the ground. Not realizing that the cleaner of the house actually found something in one of the pockets, which we'll see next. So just before the dad signs the final notice, guess who finds the treasure? She looks into the bag and, whoa, my God! Oh, my Lord! No sign. She's speaking Spanish. Mouth is like, okay, I gotta translate. No pen, no sign, no right. No. No sign. He's like, no sign, don't sign. Yes. And they look at the jewels and they look inside and it's like freaking ruby diamonds, some of the rarest stones in the world, man. Worth a fortune. That's easily enough to buy multiple houses, not just one. Whew. They got lucky. And then he rips up the final notice and he says they're not going to be going anywhere. Nice. How'd you get the jewels, man? One-Eyed Willie. On his ship. So now they're talking about pirates and walking the plank, and the news people are like, got no idea what they're talking about. They're like, what the hell? Pirate ships? Walking the plank, swords, treasure? Like, what the? They don't believe them until they see in the distance a humongous ship on the horizon. Look at that. That's cool, man. What a scene. Adios, buddy! One-Eyed Willie in the ship. And then they celebrate. Boom. And that's it, people. That is the Goonies. Thank you guys for showing up to the movie. Checking out my review, my little talk over. You know, a little voiceover thing I was doing. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know. In the chat, in the comment section. Let me know what movie you would like me to watch next. And go over and voice over. And I will make sure I'll put it on. And we'll see which one's the best. Like, subscribe if you're new.